So on the fourth day of this month, Delegate has put forward a Commonwealth, and this Commonwealth is the continued collaboration between L1 and the Hexagon team. I didn't ever want to move to a stage where I need to put a proposal up to halt the two development teams that are being paid. And the reason why is simply the core issue is governance is not being upheld and it's not being obeyed. It's being deviated from, and we're now following somebody else's plan, route, idea, and more or less their idea of my proposal that passed. No other validators speak out. No other validators or people in the community that hold spaces, do all of these different things, right? They normally just sit there and moan. This is a problem. Oh, it's too centralized on the chain. Oh, the devs are not doing what they should be doing. We should defund them. But nobody does anything. Nobody proposes a solution. Now, I didn't want to move to this, but when I saw this on the fourth day of this month, I thought I've got no choice. So I started preparing a proposal that was put up as a Commonwealth, and then a refined version was put up on Commonwealth yesterday morning and the proposal to go with it. Like I said, I didn't want to move to this, and I didn't want to be the person who has to stand up and speak out and have the balls to actually go, this is wrong, it needs to stop, we need to defund them, and we need a better system in place to actually ensure that the community is getting what has been proposed and passed. I get it, if it had failed, totally would get it. But it didn't fail. We were looking at a very, very strong pass rate. If we go back to the proposal, and we look at this, you're looking at a very strong yes vote and then an abstain, which is very interesting to see nonetheless. But my new proposal really does, more or less, this proposal is going to show you who is not wishing to uphold governance, who is willing to see dirty deals happen behind the scenes, who is willing to watch this blockchain become crushed under the weight of bad actors. Anybody who's not supporting this, right, is literally, like I've just said, they want the chain to die, right? They have got something going on in the background, or they're part of these dirty deals that are going on. And ultimately, governance has to be obeyed. And every validator in this blockchain has a responsibility to uphold governance. If the simple core module, which is governance, is not being upheld, what are we voting for? What's the point in everything? Our whole chain is just then built on lies, deviations, and bad actors just getting what they want, where they want, and how they want it. Doesn't matter about the community. I then asked the community, well, what if somebody else passed, for example, at 800 million USTC burn, and now the development team thinks to themselves, well, we deviated from HCC's proposal and no one said anything. Let's just do what we want with the funds and then tell them it's for the greater good. Okay, it's a big issue. This is all moving on to why we should have devs that are being paid from the community pool, right? KYC'd. If you're being paid from this blockchain, you're taking money from the community pool, you should be KYC'd. I 100% believe this is one of the best routes we can take going forward to show external forces that, hey, we are a secure blockchain, Hey, we are trying to decentralize. Hey, we're not allowing bad actors to run our blockchain. Hey, we are having governance obeyed, but we're simply not sending that message at the moment. And that's why I've brought this forward. Something I was told by two different validators was, show me the problem, show me the solution, and then give me simplified yes and no answers at the bottom. And that's what I've done here. Halting development for both L1 and Hexagon currently to introduce a mandate system created by the community and validators over the course of 2 weeks, right? All current deals with Hexagon and the L1 team are to halt permanently. And the reason why I say that is because if somebody wants to work in collaboration in the future, propose it. Put a Commonwealth up and propose it. Have the community agree that they're happy for the two teams that we're paying to do two different things to work together on the same thing. Any further deals, agreements, developments with Terra Rebels specifically is to halt permanently. And then once again, the reason why I'm saying permanently is because you have to be so damn precise with these proposals. Otherwise, we end up with what's just happened and they just deviate and take what they want from it. So any teams, entities, developments, businesses, or anyone that wants to work in collaboration with our paid teams, it must be proposed. It must be proposed to the community that has funded these development teams. Currently, these people just work for themselves and they do what they want. They run the chain and it doesn't matter. The biggest issue is probably we're going to find with this proposal is a lot of validators won't want to put themselves in the limelight. So they may just ignore it. They may just abstain from it. Or, you know, as a whole, they might just vote no to it. So they keep the development going of a chain at any cost. But the biggest issue is no one wants to sit and address the fact that things aren't going good. Okay, there's rumors of delistings, there's all these different things going on, and the people that are in power are doing their utmost best to say to people, hey, no, there's no problems. There's no problems. What are you going on about? No, there's no problems. No, we're not at risk of this. No, we're not at risk of that. The risks are becoming real. The chain is centralized. When we added a 5% commission, all that did was give more voting power to the big nodes, mostly, okay? We need to usher in the change you want to see. So unlike all of these other validators who are not doing anything, don't want to get involved, don't want to put themselves in the limelight, I'm doing this. I'm trying to make the chain a better place, right? If you go and look at, for example, who's voted no to this already? In fact, no with a veto, not even no. They want me to lose my deposit. You know, this guy hates me and it's Jesus's Lord. Simply no with a veto is happy for governance to be ignored, proposals not to be followed out, backhand deals to happen with Terra rebels to stay in play, the L1 team to continue ignoring and doing what they want to do. I mean, this proposal literally puts everybody in categories. This will show you who's for the blockchain and who simply is for themselves or wants to destroy it. And this is becoming a very, very resonating thing to me is if there's no LUNC, right, folks, right? What's USTC got to read pegged? You know, what does it need to do here? Nothing. Okay, USTC's free to go and do what it wants, developing what it wants, moving how it wants. I'm becoming very worried that, you know, all of this development money has been paid out so fast. We've done no checks and now we're supposed to be working towards $1 billion blockchain, right? Like we were before. And we don't know who anyone is. We don't know if anyone's got criminal records. And then some people would say, well, you know, validators should be KYC'd. Well, no, because validators don't have any access to any money. They don't get paid from the blockchain's community pool. What they get is from putting in the hard work running the systems, right? There's never on any blockchains have validators been KYC'd. Have devs? Yes. Would it send a really good signal to all of these blockchains that believe the security is becoming compromised, funds are at risk? Well, let's KYC all of our devs and show to the outside world that all of our developers are safe, secure. They're the people that they say they are. Because, and I've never ever heard this. I've never heard this. Let me know in the comment section. Have you ever heard of somebody that doesn't want to voice docs? I mean, you can use voice modulators. You can change your voice. Lots of people do it. Why would someone not want to voice docs? Why would Bilbo Baggins not want to voice docs? Ever so confusing. Now, with all of this said, folks, I hope you'll vote yes to this. I hope you'll support this. And I hope if you're delegating with a validator that's saying no to this, saying no to upholding governance and doing everything the right way, I hope you now see the real person behind that validator and what they stand for. I hope that this passes. I hope that we can stop the funding going out until we can get a mandate put forward and we can get everybody on the same page working towards the same vision of what this community believes this blockchain should be, just instead of every single time taking the shortcut, taking the easy route, instead of taking the long road, taking the time to think, you know, every time we've done this whole, we want it and we want it now, where's it got us? Up to this point where people are saying developers need defunding, they're not doing what they should be doing. Ultimately, this is all going to come down, bite to crunch, and it's going to set everybody into categories. And I hope the community and validators can now see what other validators are like. Hopefully we get the same support on this that we did on the original proposal, because all of this is to uphold the original proposal. If they had done what the original proposal stated, we wouldn't be here at this point. I wouldn't have to be doing this. I wouldn't have to have created this proposal. But, you know, it's all food for thought. And it's all my own humble opinion, and none of this is financial advice, folks. Beware of scammers, beware of doppelgangers, beware of anybody pretending to be me. Links to the Git book and everything like that if you're looking for guides. Links to everything in that Git book about our node, our modules, our auto compounding system, our upcoming airdrop modules. Everything's in there, so do go and check that out if you have not already. Sorry I couldn't get the live going yesterday. I literally was so busy with my day-to-day job that it just crushed my whole day. Before I knew it, I was back and I was like, and it was like 10 o'clock in the evening. Folks, have a really nice day. More videos coming later, and I will catch you in the next one.